This is a video where I'm going to show 3 exercises today. I teach Chong Tai Chi, or Chong Shi Tai Chi Chuan, and I also teach Sui Jiao. I have people in their 20s and 30s that come to me, and then I have people in their 70s and 80s, and in between. And sometimes, whether we're doing Tai Chi, most people doing Sui Jiao, they have a lot of the strength actions, right? But these 3 simple exercises today. Now, maybe if you were younger, but you lacked the right amount of mobility, range of motion in your hips, you might want to do these exercises. But these exercises are more geared toward somebody that wants to or needs to strengthen the legs and work on their balance some. So there's a small series of these videos that are different exercises for mobility, for strength, balance, structure, core strength, all of that. These 3 are about our legs, and I'm going to use this door frame. So in your house, I'm this big thing. It's not that I'm cheap, I just don't have a lot of money, right? And so I have to be creative and come up with ways to do your training. And sometimes going and buying that piece of metal or that piece of plastic or whatever it is for training, and you use it one time, you throw it in the corner. Sometimes you stay motivated with it, maybe not. With this door frame in your house, it's always going to be there, and you can't just hide it in the corner somewhere, right? So I'm going to move this over just a tad bit. So these 3 exercises are really simple, but look, I want to use this door frame. You got to think if you're younger, this may not make any sense to you, but say if you're older and you've got to a point where maybe your leg strength is a little less than what you want, or your balance, being able to do an exercise and support yourself with something is a good idea. So in the door frame like this, my first one I'm going to do is I'm going to lift the knee. So I'm just holding on to this to give me stability. You don't have to hold on to it real tight, but just to keep you from maybe stumbling, we'll say. So from here, I'm going to raise my knees. And, if you can do 2, that's fine. If you can do a set of 10, that's fine. It's irrelevant. But that door frame is going to be there all day, every day. And maybe, if you're really serious about it, maybe a couple times a day you go over and you try to do a few of these exercises to loosen up the hips and the back and to strengthen the core muscles somewhat, the legs. So I'd recommend trying to do it, maybe 2 or 3 days a week anyway. Put some effort to it. You can maybe even put a piece of paper on the wall, and I did this many here on this day, or I did them twice on that day, like that. Another exercise is, and there's other videos over squatting and things like that, right? From a chair and then all the way down and all that. So you can find those on my YouTube channel. But this one here, a lot of times I'll get closer to the back. So if I went to fall backwards, at least I would bump into something. I wouldn't recommend something like this. It's not the most comfortable. But I'm here, and I just want to think about my hip. Now, I don't want my knees, I don't want my feet like this, so when I do this, I get this angle. I don't want that. But be sure that your feet are far enough forward that when you do the squat, that you maintain this, okay? If it goes out to the edge of the toes, that's all right, but I prefer to keep it here so it loads my legs even more. I don't put it in the knee. And I just back and forth, right? If I can do 2 today and tomorrow I can do 3, that's fine. And I'm going to try to go down as far as I can. If this is it and you feel like it's just too much, then come back up. Maybe in a few days, you can go to here, or to here, or even to here if you want. But I want to at least make that my goal parallel, right? And just work it. And I don't want to use my hands to help me. You follow me? Like, I'm not pulling me up with my arms. I just want to use my hands to keep me from being unstable or feeling like I'm going to fall down. But seriously, even if you're 30, this is a great warm up for the legs and even for the muscles, but to open up those hips, right? Just these kind of fundamental actions. Even if I'm younger and I can do it at this speed, that's great. And then we have one more. If you're doing the Tai Chi, and that's potentially why you're watching these videos, we do, in Chong Tai Chi, we don't shift like this with our knees so much, but we sink in our hips and we drive out. So I'm going to use this. So this would be a bow stance, and this would be a crouching stance or a rear stance. See? These two actions, right? But I'm going to use this door frame to stabilize me again, right? So I sink, and I drive forward. I sink, and I drive forward. Just make sure that the back foot, it's not this way, so you're affecting the inside of the knee, but make sure that this lines up, right? And that you make it as wide as you can, okay? So that you really engage those muscles in the legs especially. But see, I go back and I go forward. See, I'm not bending in this knee here like this. And again, if you can do 2 or 3 or 5 or 3 sets of 10, that's great. This is a simple set of exercises. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need any weight equipment. I'm just using my body's weight in which to execute the movement. So again, over the next few weeks, I'll create several videos over these exercises. And if you just kind of stick to them, you can get past that feeling of maybe where you don't feel stable or you just don't feel like your legs are strong enough to do the task you want to do during the day. And it's a great feeling to get some of that confidence back and be able to go out and do some of those activities that we want to do. So anyway, I hope you liked the video, and thank you.